Hey everyone. So, I just wanted to get my opinion out there, I guess. um, I really love the Vita right now. I don't know, a lot of people hate on it. They say it has no games, which is clearly untrue. We live in a world where Google exists. I mean, that argument is proven wrong literally in mere seconds, however long it takes you to type that in and search it on Google. That's literally how fast you'll be proven wrong when you say it has no games. But it, like, I mean, I don't know why people hate on it so bad. They complain like if something's not like 3D and like by AAA, I guess, then it doesn't like count. Like 2D stuff doesn't count. Which, if that's true, then I guess a lot of shit on the 3DS, I guess, doesn't count. I guess nearly the entire DS library doesn't count then. I guess nearly anything older than that, you know, any handheld shit older than that doesn't count, I guess then. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. So, I mean, I don't know. The no games argument is completely false. Like, that's not even on the table. Anyone who says that, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. But I'm looking out here at my stack of games, my physical stack of games. I have a ton of digital stuff too, but I mean everything I have, I bought because I enjoy it. I mean it's a good game. I don't own one game on the Vita that I would consider either not good or I don't like or like a 3 out of 10 or something. Like what do I got here? Oculus Trip. I mean that game's okay. I like that game. Pretty cool. Arcana Heart 3, Love Max. I mean, that's an awesome 2D fighting game. Dragon's Crown. I mean, that's probably. The Vita version is probably the definitive version of that game, in my opinion. Just because it has the touchscreen and you kind of need that in, you know, in the game. Child of Light. I mean, that's. On Vita is pretty much the only way to get that game physically. Unless, there's some random PC shit or something. Freedom Wars. I mean, that's kind of like Monster Hunter a little bit, but that game's awesome. Touch My Katamari, Killzone Mercenary. That's probably the best first-person shooter experience you can have on a handheld. Like even now, like I don't. The 3DS doesn't have anything. What you want? You want to say what Federation Force is? No, you're wrong. You know you're wrong when you say that. Uh, Minecraft Vita? Nobody. The 3DS doesn't even have Minecraft. Muramasa Rebirth. That's an awesome, 2D side scroller like action game. I mean that game's on the Wii, but the Vita version is like the definitive version. They added more stuff to it. Persona 4 Golden. I mean, there's no denying that that's a great game. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Uncharted Golden Abyss, World of Final Fantasy. Come on, Dragon Quest Builders. I don't know what people are saying when it has no games. I mean, I don't know. You go on, and then I have a lot of digital stuff too that I love. What, like Gravity Rush, Resogun, Downwell. That game's awesome. Rayman Legends. What, the list goes on. Not only that, but you got a ton of PSP stuff, ton of PS1 stuff. There's even TurboGrafx games on here. I mean, not only that, but like your PS1 stuff and most of your a lot of your PSP stuff are like cross-buy and cross-compatible with like your PS3 and stuff, you know? At least the PS1 games are. And then if you have the PS Vita TV, then you got all this on your big screen. So I don't know. And that one plays, you know, you can play PSP games on that. Not physical, but digital. I just don't get what the argument is. It's a great system. I mean, you know, every generation has. There's always like a one that everyone hates on, you know, like in both in the handheld and the console space. Like this time, this generation, it's the Wii U. Well, I don't know. The Switch is coming out now. We'll see how that is. And then, what last generation? It was the Wii. Well, I don't know. Last generation was kind of weird because it was so long. At first, it was the PS3. It was the odd one out. And then, you know, after everyone was finally able to get their hands on a Wii and stuff, and they had that stigma for being a family system, then the Wii started being the odd one out. But what before that? I guess the GameCube was the odd one. No, I say maybe the Xbox was the odd one out then. First Xbox. No, the GameCube, because the Xbox had Xbox Live. And then what before that? The Saturn, of course. You know, it just goes on and on. I mean, I don't understand why people just hate on it so much, though. The Vita I'm talking about. I mean, it has a ton of stuff. It has all your, you know, every genre you could want, basically. I mean, there's stuff coming out for it all the time. Like, if you look on the list, like, of PSN, you know, new stuff coming out on PSN, there's always, like, at least, like, 4 or 5 Vita games. Like, all the time. Like, every week, almost. So I don't understand why people try to say it has no games, because it's clearly not true. Alright, I will give you the memory card thing, because the memory cards are expensive, and they're proprietary, so you can't just buy like a cheap SD card. That, yeah, alright. I'll draw the line there. Those are kind of ridiculously expensive, but at the same time, it doesn't even really matter. Like, you buy one, like a 16 gig or something, I mean, you can delete stuff and re-download it. Like, you have a PSN account. It's not like on the 3DS where, like, you know, they don't really keep track of that stuff and you kind of just lose it. It's not really like that, you know? I mean, I have stuff that's not even available on the PSN store anymore that I can re-download. Like, a lot of my costumes from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like, that stuff's just gone from the PSN store, but it's still on my list, my, like, download lists or whatever, and I can re-download it whenever I need to. So, I don't know. It's the system that gave everybody everything, and nobody wanted it. Even there's sales. Like, if you go to the PSN store, there's always a sale. Like, pretty much every week, there's a sale going on. Like, I ran into one time, there was this game, and it was on sale. There was 2 different sales going on. Like, one was, like, something Sony was doing, and then the other sale was, like, something the publisher was doing. I think I took a picture of it, too. I have my Vita in my hand right now. I'm looking at it. Let's see. Where is that? Right here. King of Fighters 99. Look, there was 2 simultaneous sales going on. Like, for one sale it was on sale for $2.99, and another sale it was a sale for $1.20. Of course, I bought the $1.20. But I'm just saying, like, look, I'm looking at another one. Breath of Fire 4 at one point was 96 cents. Wild Arms 1 point was 96 cents. Like, I don't know what people are like. What do they want? I mean, 96 cents, that's cheaper than a lot of stuff on iPhone. You know, a lot of stuff on iPhone's 99 cents. People hate on it too much. They just, I feel like the people who say that, who say, oh, it has no games, or everything's expensive, clearly have never owned one. Because if they did, they would realize how wrong that is. I mean, they might have played one, but it might have only ever been at, like, the display unit at Best Buy or something. I don't know. I don't like it when people try to say, oh, it only has, like, quirky stuff, or it only has, like, anime games. I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't only have anime games, but I mean, a lot of, like, stuff releasing has had, like, an anime aesthetic, but I don't know, what's wrong with that? It's a fucking video game. What do you want? Like, and what does quirky even mean? I don't get it. Like, quirky? Like, what does that just mean? Like, odd? Like, not normal? What, like, quirky? I don't know. I feel like, looking at my NES library, I feel like the game Monster Party is pretty quirky. I feel like Star Tropics is a pretty quirky game. Metroid's pretty damn quirky. I don't know what people mean by that either. Like, what do they don't want, so they want something typical? You want something you expect? I don't know, because there's no Battlefield 1 on the system. It's not a real system. I don't understand. I mean, like, people like to say, oh, it doesn't have anything AAA. Well, it did, but nobody wanted to buy it. And plus, what even is AAA? I don't get that. You wouldn't consider, like, World of Final Fantasy a AAA game? I mean, it's a big franchise by a big, one of the most well-known and respected publishers. Same with, freaking Dragon Quest Builders, the same thing. Like, AAA publisher, I guess. Big name franchise. What's not AAA about that? What even is AAA? What do you consider AAA? You wouldn't consider Minecraft AAA? I mean, that game sells, like, it's like it's always on, like, the top selling lists of, like, every system it's on. What's not AAA about Minecraft? Uncharted Golden Abyss, that's a AAA franchise. I don't know, what's not AAA? Ton of shit by Capcom, ton of shit by, again, Square Enix. I mean, I don't know what people are drawing the line at, because it clearly has a lot of stuff I would you should see my Amazon wish list. It's just a ton of Vita games that I want. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just such a shame. I just wish people would give it more of a chance. Like, I don't know. I get it. I don't get it. I mean, I get that people have differing opinions or whatever. A lot of people fall into that console wars kind of thing. I mean, I feel like we've all been there at one point. Like, fell into that console wars thing. But at the end of the day, that shit's stupid. Everything's... Look at all this shit's, like, amazing. Like, I personally love just handhelds in general. Maybe that's my thing. Because I love the 3DS too. I'm not hating on it. Like, people like to compare, like, in the console space, people like to compare, oh, if it's, the more powerful system is clearly the better one. That's why everyone loves the PS4 right now. I mean, if you pull that same tactic on the handheld market, the Vita is clearly the better one. I mean, I love the 3DS. Like I said, I love 3DS. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, if you're one of those people out there who wants to compare on that level, the Vita is clearly the more powerful system. I don't know. I just feel like people give it too much hate. Like, you know, it's getting like as much hate as like shitty like mobile iPhone stuff. You know, maybe not that much hate, but I don't know. It's definitely not getting enough attention. Because clearly, if you're one of those people, then you would clearly pick a Vita over an iPhone game. Like, I don't know. I mean, I would. Hell, like, what do you want on the Vita? You want crappy, like, free-to-play iPhone type stuff? Why would you want that? That's dumb. I like. I just hate that it's getting so much hate, basically. I mean, whatever. Play what you want. I get it. Maybe some of you don't have a lot of money. You know, you can only choose. You can only choose one. Like some of the younger people out there. But like, I don't know. I'd say just give it a chance. I mean, I want more people to buy it and stuff because then it gets the Vita more games and more. You know, a lot less. A lot of stuff gets announced for it and then gets canceled for it, which is fucking annoying because of shit like this. I don't know. I don't understand the argument against it because it has everything people complain that Nintendo's consoles don't have. I mean, Sony themselves, you know, they're done putting games out for it, but they're still like supporting it. I mean, stuff is on sale all the time on the PSN store. You know, it's still part of PSN when you get or not PS Plus when you get, you know, you still get some free Vita games. I don't know. It's doing really well in Japan. That's I guess that's why we only get quote unquote quirky Japanese games because they just port over stuff from Japan. Which who says is a bad thing? I don't know. Like 50% of games nowadays come from Japan. Hell, these systems themselves come from just PS4, Wii's, Wii U's, you know, 3DS's, Vitas, everything except for, you know, the Xbox come from, you know, like come from Japan. Yeah, of course they're gonna have fucking Japanese games on them. I don't get, people just clearly don't know what they're arguing against sometimes, and I don't want to make this video sound really negative because I mean I don't want to hate on people who don't like it because like I don't. I mean that's, you know, play what you like, but just give the Vita a chance, man. I mean, you won't be disappointed. I mean, it's after you get over the initial cost of the system and the memory card, everything else is pretty, you know, pretty good deals. I mean, like if you're on a budget or something, you know, buy most of your stuff online. I mean, a lot of it's under $40. Like stuff that comes out like brand new will be like $40, but games from maybe like a year ago or even a few months ago are discounted a lot. I mean, and like I said, all the sales all the time. I don't know. There's just so many options. There's so much to love about it, but nobody gives it a chance because they need that whipping boy for some reason. Well, whatever, guys. I mean, I clearly love the thing, and a lot of people clearly don't. Just let me know what you think. All right.